One. Hello, hello. It is Nalani Rude
And Lacey Craig.
and we just are honored that you are taking the time to view our presentation. We have a lot to share with you, so we just ask that you turn off any phones or Facebook or any kind of distractions and just get your ears ready to listen because this stuff is so good, you guys. It has been just life-changing for so many people, and we want you to take that journey with us. So, like I said, I am Nalani Rude, and I was a food addict, and I was an out of control eater and an emotional eater. I was a fat mom. I know what you guys are all going through. Seriously, I've been down that road. I'm a nurse. I am a certified nutritionist, and when I was still working on the floor, what was heartbreaking to me was I was a fat nurse, like out of control fat, morbidly obese nurse, and yet I'm in the healthcare industry. So I struggled to do my job well. I struggled to be the kind of mom that I needed to be for my children. And I'm so thankful that all that changed. And this is Lacey Craig.
That's me. My story is a little bit different than Nalani's, and she'll tell you hers in just a minute. But we have been best friends for, I think, 17 years or so. Yeah. We've been just blessed to have each other in our lives. And so I'm also a nurse and a certified nutritionist. And unlike Nalani, I didn't really have a whole lot of struggles with weight. I didn't own a scale for a really long time, didn't know how much I weighed. For me, it was more a body confidence thing. You know, I wanted to be comfortable in my own skin. We have two little boys. After our youngest was born, I realized that I was quickly getting out of control. I was the heaviest I had been, joined a fitness club, and I had great results with that, but I soon found out that something was missing. You know, I hit a plateau because all I was doing with my lifestyle was adding exercise. So I realized that there was a missing piece, and obviously it was the food that I was eating. So that happened to be right about the same time that Nalani has started her transformation and learned this way of eating that we're going to teach you about. And the science behind it, you know, as a nurse, just really made sense to me. And I was all in. I really was.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a great journey. So here is more of Lacey's pictures.
Yeah, that's my hubby. And so he has jumped in this with me, and he's done well. Of course, he's one of those men who loses so much faster than his wife, you know, but he has made the comment like, oh, I didn't realize I had gotten so fat. I didn't realize I was so fat, you know, looking back. And he's really probably only on plan about 60% of the time. And that's what works for him. He still can have success and enjoy the things that make life good, you know, in the food department. Yes. So we've loved doing this together as a family, really. The whole family eats like this. We've lost over 60 pounds together. We're keeping up with our kids so much better. And just really enjoying our new life. It's just been great.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys have just rocked it together. So this is my family. I am a wife and mom to 5 great kids. My oldest is 21 and my baby just turned 6. So we have a busy household. But does anybody notice anything about these 2 pictures? Well, I strategically hid behind my kids in every single photo. I mean, I was just embarrassed. This was like the best and worst day ever. This is my baby sister, and there weren't any kids around that I could hide behind. I mean, it is what it is. It was what it was. This day came, and I just kept thinking, before it came, I just kept thinking, oh, I have time. I'm gonna start working out. I'm gonna get it done. I've got this dress to fit in, and I just knew that there was going to be people and friends and family that I haven't seen in years, and I just was embarrassed. But the day came and I had not lost any weight, and I was embarrassed. I could see the look on people's face that hadn't seen me in years and were shocked, but what could I do? So I was encouraged to do a weight loss transformation, and actually it's my anniversary month and it's been 2 years, but this was coupled with exercise program. We teach the food, so you guys can just keep your gym membership. But I was so scared. I just knew that when I walked up the stairs with a load of laundry, my heart was just pounding out of my chest. I just thought, no, I'll never be able to make it at the gym. We had to be tested on running a mile. I thought, oh, I'm going to be the fat lady in the gym. People are going to lap me. They're going to laugh at me. I mean, I was, all I could think of was how horrible this was going to be. I was just scared. And I come from an athletic background. I played sports in school. I had a basketball scholarship for college. And so on the way out, I picked up my phone and I just started to talk into it. I never intended on sharing this. I thought it would be just fun for me to document this. Well, I don't know about fun. At the time, I wasn't thinking fun, but I just wanted to get it down, the moment down. So here is my first video. Okay, this is going to be a very real video series that I'm making. Well, at least I'm going to try to be authentic and real. I have just signed up for a 8-week body transformation challenge at my gym in Ames, Iowa. I'm 40 years old and I was athletic in high school, college. I played basketball, volleyball, everything. But I started having kids. 5 kids later, it seems like a blink of an eye, and I've really been not active for 21 years. I've been on the weight loss roller coaster, and it's just time now. Kim, the owner of the gym, encouraged me to take the class, and right now I am, as you can see through my tears, I know some of you may watch this and think it's stupid, but I'm scared, I'm nervous. I haven't done anything in 21 years. So I'm doing this for myself. I'm doing this for my family. And I just hope that, at the end, I know it's going to be worth it. It's going to be good. But I'm documenting this because I know that there's probably a ton of people out there that feel the same as I do. So you can be along for the journey. All right. Oh, goodness. That was day one. I think okay. Okay, so I came back from the gym and I uploaded, I was alive, I felt empowered. So I uploaded the video to Facebook, and my husband and I went out to a friend's house, and my phone just started to blow up. I started receiving phone calls and text messages and Facebook messages, and the support was phenomenal. And I just thought, well, maybe they will want to come along on the journey. And that's how my story just kind of took off, because I believe people can relate to mine, because you guys are living it too. In some aspects, everybody struggles with something. So I have done and tried it all. I'm sure all of you have too. This one in the middle, the phentermine, went to a doctor that was just handing them out like candy. Well, here's the thing, you take this and you're restricted to a 400 to 500 calories a day, you lose weight really, really fast. Then you get off of it. Then what happens? You balloon back up. And so many people, I mean, it's the same story over and over, and we all think it's our fault. Well, we're not meant to live on a 400 to 500 calorie diet. So that was heartbreaking to me. And I was, in my desperation, I was searching for something. So I don't know why the slides are going crazy. Okay, so when my oldest was younger, this I think is the funniest one. This was very popular at the time. It was ear stapling. And you would go in, it worked like acupuncture. So you get it stapled in your ear. It would hurt like the dickens. You couldn't use the phone. You couldn't sleep on that ear. And it would swell up, and then the thing would fall out. So you'd have to go back and do the other ear. Well, finally, I think I did both ears, and I thought, God, this is not working. So while I was doing the research for this to put the presentation together, I think the funniest is that it combined with good diet and exercise, it works well. Well, no wonder it didn't work. So I went through a really hard marriage and hard divorce, and I turned to food. So my biggest was 411 pounds. And what do you think the doctor is going to talk to you about when you get that large? Gastric bypass. So my body, my joints started to give out. So I've had 2 knee surgeries back to back. One the 1 year, and then the exact amount of time for another year, I had to go back in. 2 gastric bypass, same thing. I went in 1 year and I was not deemed successful. So they took me back in because I needed a more drastic one. So I've had 2 gastric bypass surgeries, and I've also had 20 pounds of skin removed off my stomach. So I put my body through the ringer. So about the time that I started to have success, I was noticed by CNN, HLN's Transformation Tuesday, and I was featured on the show.
It's Transformation Tuesday, the day when people on Instagram and Facebook show off the positive changes they've made in their lives. This is the time of year when New Year's resolutions can start to run out of steam. We all know that same story. So let's help you all get motivated by telling you an amazing story. With us is New York Times best-selling author for Why Kids Make You Fat, Mark McDonald. I don't know why you got to call it out, Mark. And with us by his side is Nolani Root, mother of 5, who in 9 months lost an impressive 75 pounds. Good to see you both. Nolani, you look incredible. Thank you so much for joining us. So,
thank you so much for having me.
Of course. So you're no stranger to the ups and downs of dieting, Nolani, but why is this time different?
No, I'm not a stranger. I think I have tried and done it all. My all-time high was 411 pounds. Oh. But this time I believe that I didn't go at it alone. It's just too overwhelming when you try and do it by yourself. I teamed up with 2 great coaches and an awesome community.
Mark, why is it so hard to stick to a program, and why does community work so much? Because we've heard that story so many times, that community.
Yeah, well, first off, it's hard because making your health work, you need consistency. You know, and honestly, that's just not the easiest thing. What we're great at is going all in for a moment, getting a result, life pushes back, you lose those results. The key is that you need to be consistent in your food, and fitness to be something you do every single day. Community matters because we all have tough moments. Right. And you get 3 times better results when someone's there with you, helping you stay on plan.
You need the support.
You do. You need the support, and you have to realize you need to stay consistent every single day.
Yeah.
Just like other priorities in life.
Yeah, it's true. You got to be consistent with a lot of things in life. It's hard, but you have to do it. Nolani, you wrote there's a lot of things that you miss. I want to read for everybody the list of things that you miss, because we all love these things. So you said you miss cheesecake, chocolate, Chinese food, but then you also said that there are things that you did not miss. So with the loss comes the gain, right? Tell me about that.
Well, I just went public because I was just sick of hiding and avoiding. And just because you don't talk about it doesn't mean that the problem isn't there. So I just wanted to reach out and inspire somebody else to make the change. I do not miss the way I feel. I didn't realize that my normal was to be tired all the time, every single day. I couldn't play with my kids. I could only watch, and that was sad.
And Mark, it's really important to continue to remind yourself of the things that you don't miss, right? To remind yourself that you didn't feel great 100 pounds ago.
Everything in life has costs and payoffs. Even being healthier costs you something. But the payoff you get, like Nalani said, having more energy, feeling better, it outweighs what you used to get from food. Getting clear on that sets you up to win.
Here's the thing, Alani, you can still eat Chinese food and be healthy, by the way. I make stir fry all the time and it's healthy.
Absolutely. I still do. I go out for a treat meal, but this plan, I just stay on plan and it works. It absolutely works.
What are some of the things, Mark, that people can do to push back, push past those roadblocks? Yeah. We're a month into the new year, lots of resolutions out there and lots of roadblocks.
Yeah, everyone has roadblocks, just like Nalani's had. 1% at a time. You got to chip away, bite-sized chunks. So maybe that's walking 5 minutes more a day. Maybe it's having a protein shake in that mid-morning. Maybe it's drinking an extra glass of water or getting a few more minutes of sleep. 1% improvements every single day leads to compound effect. So when that roadblock hits, you just jump right back on plan.
Yeah. Nalani, your words of wisdom, final thoughts?
Plug in. You can't go at it alone. It's too overwhelming. Just link arms with people that are going to lift you up and support you, and you can all do it together. I am taking Iowa by storm, and we're all doing it together.
You're taking Iowa by storm. Yes, wow, I love it. Right.
Yes.
You're going to go to the polls? No, that's a whole other conversation. We'll talk to you about that later. Nalani, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Great job, Nalani.
Yeah, fantastic.
Thanks, Mark.
It's hard to stay on track.
Yeah, it's never easy to stay on track, but the biggest thing is know your why, understand 1%, and you get there.
Yeah, Mark McDonald, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, so enters Mark McDonald. That was a fun day.
Yes. So you saw Mark McDonald there, and he is who we have obtained our certification and our training through. He's a celebrity nutritionist and health guru. He's written some great books, best-selling books. But what we really like about it and where we hit on is he is the ambassador for the National Diabetes Association. And so that's what he's devoted his life's work to, is blood sugar stabilization.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And so we joined forces together as nurses and certified nutritionists. And I don't know about that, but that's where New Life Nutrition has come from. It's our company, and we are just super, super proud of it.
Absolutely. So here's the secret.
Yep, here is the absolute secret. So blood sugar is the key. You can see in the middle there where it says stable blood sugar. This is where we want to be, because your body will release fat. It will protect your lean muscle and eliminate cravings and increase your energy. That's when you're feeling good and things are running the way they're supposed to be. When your blood sugar spikes from too many calories or too many carbs per meal, your body automatically goes into fat storage mode. Obviously, we don't want that. I don't have to explain why we don't want to store fat. On the flip side, when your blood sugar starts to drop from skipping meals, restricting those calories or carbs, or even exercising on an empty stomach, which a lot of people do, what happens in your body then is it begins to burn muscle and it holds on to fat. Then you have the energy crashes and your cravings just start to go crazy. Our body's always thinking in terms of energy, and if you do not readily provide it with an energy source, it will go and find its own. It does not go to the fat stores. It goes to the muscle and begins to cannibalize the muscle that you have. So that's where these diets just begin to ruin metabolism, because once you have that muscle that begins to break down, it slows your metabolism down as well. So this is key.
This is key. And this right here is how I've lost 111 pounds in 1 year. So
yeah, so if you do not grab onto any other piece of information that we tell you, this is what you should remember. The facts are this: if your blood sugar is stable, it is impossible for your body to store fat. Love it.
Love it.
Yep.
Absolutely. You will hear these words a ton from us when you come into this. Homeostasis, balance. We're going to ask you if your meals are balanced, and we will explain that once you get in. But that is absolutely the key, because we're out to keep your blood sugar balanced so you can burn fat. So from the time that you are hungry and that your mind knows, you have 20 minutes. If you miss this window, you've already set yourself up for failure. And when that happens, you become hangry. Who has been there? I think all of us have been there. You know, and when this happens, what is usually the first thing that we grab? We grab carbs. We grab junk, mainly carbs, because it's our body's way of trying to get that quick fix, that quick bit of energy, but it spikes your blood sugar and you're about to get a nasty crash. So how are we going to accomplish all of this? Like, what is the answer?
Right. So if you compare your metabolism to a fire that's going, your body's got that fire always burning, and say you take a piece of paper, which you can liken to the carbs. If you take a piece of paper and set that in the fire, we all know what will happen to that piece of paper. You may get a poof, you know, a real big, and then it's gone real quickly. Same thing happens when you just dump carbs into your body. Now, say you take a log, and that log would be your protein, fat, and carb, your PFC every 3, and you're going to set that into the fire. We all know what will happen when a log is placed in the fire. You're going to get a slow, steady burn, and that is our goal. PFC every 3, like a baby. You know, that is how our bodies were designed. As a baby, we ate every 3 or 4 hours, breast milk or formula, which is the perfect combination of those proteins, fats, and carbs. And babies don't stuff themselves. They don't starve themselves. They eat till they're satisfied. And then, you know, they're done until their body says, I need to be fed again. So we're going back to the basics here.
Absolutely. Okay, so this is one of our favorites. Everybody's like, oh, muscle weighs more than fat. Okay, so here's the deal. 5 pounds is 5 pounds, but which do you think is going to look better in a little black dress or suit or pants? You know, obviously it's going to be the muscle. The muscle is going to look leaner, not lumpy and bumpy. So it's our job to decrease that fat. All right, so how are we going to decrease the fat? How are we going to accomplish this? When we were younger, you know, we could outrun our fork and spoon, but as we get older, we just cannot do that. And we have marathon runners coming into this that just couldn't, in fact, their weight increased during the training process of that. Well, if you know, you just can't outrun your fork and spoon. And finally they came to the point where they were like, you know what, I'm missing something. Well, it's your nutrition. That's what you're missing. Okay, so we're going to accomplish this in 3 phases. The detox phase, you have to think of this like an oil change, out with the old, in with the new. We are going to cut caffeine, and this is for 7 days, okay? So don't get overwhelmed, it's for 7 days. We're gonna cut caffeine because we're so used to dumping in all this fake stuff, or sugar jacking us up, fake energy is what I'm looking for. So coffee, pop, sugar, anything like that has got to go. Dairy, soy will never be added back in. Gluten needs to go. Anything else, Lace? You'll get a list of all of this.
Yeah.
Look at a list of all of this. But, you know, in this phase, you may have headaches. The more addicted you are, and we are addicted, whether we realize it or not. We're addicted and we're extremely bloated as a society coming into this because we mostly have eaten highly processed food, highly salty food. So we're very bloated. We've got tons of sodium that needs to be flushed out. You may get headaches. That's okay. About day 3 or 4, you're gonna get this huge upswing, and you're gonna feel better because your body has found its own energy source. So just stay with us. We will get you there. Ignite is the next phase. You'll get food added back in, and that you're gonna stay in this phase for as long as it takes for you to get your weight loss achieved. Thrive, most of the food has come back in. Your family is eating like this. You've totally got it. You're just maintaining. So, and in any case, you can put yourself back into detox. If you have a weekend or a night that you went a little crazy, and now you know you need to get that junk out of you, put yourself in detox. That's absolutely doable. But this is how we will achieve your weight loss, and you're going to have your metabolism reset. Everybody has a genetic set point, but it depends on how much damage you've done prior to this to when you are going to get to that genetic set point, but it will happen. So here's our success stories.
Justin in the middle is my favorite.
Mine
He
too.
lost 118 pounds and 14 pant sizes in 9 stinking months. You know, the guys are just that way. They tend to lose a lot faster than the women, but you can see that this plan just helps. It's for really anybody. Everybody should eat this way.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good point. So when you evaluate a diet, and really the word die is in diet. Nobody should ever go on a diet. They should change their lifestyle. But if you cannot feed this to your children, if you cannot do it for the rest of your life, and if it's not based on science, you should not do it. Seriously. There's no way I could eat 2 healthy shakes and 1 healthy meal. Like I love food. That I could not do that long term. I could not. And I don't want to eat prepackaged icky food. I want to eat real food. And we are eating real food. So here is more. Can just imagine, you guys, just imagine yourself with these results. You can have them too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Katie in the middle, she lost more in 8 weeks with New Life Nutrition than she did when she went off to boot camp for the Army. So we just know that you can't argue with results, and nutrition absolutely is the game changer. Krista, she's the gal up in the corner. She struggles with fibromyalgia and MS, and just kind of got used to always being in pain. Thought she was always going to be heavy and in pain. And I think midway through detox, which is not very far into the plan, she quickly realized her pain was decreasing significantly. And I just remember her coming back to us with tears of joy because she couldn't believe the great results. And that's what we want for you guys too.
Yeah, absolutely. And Terry is our type 1 diabetic, and her doctor told her that her labs wouldn't change in the short amount of time. And she just said, okay, game on.
Yep. We love when we get diabetics that come on board. This is not a plan just for diabetics, but the cool thing for when they come on is they go in for lab work regularly. Normally the diabetics are every 3 months. And so for us, that's something that is very easily measured. When you got lab values coming back, we just love that. That's so much fun. And then the doctors they love it. They're like, what are you doing? I need to hear about this. And so to have something that's based on science is completely different and just completely life-changing.
Yeah, it really is. Okay, Melissa, oh, she's a gem. She got in and she just got busy. She eats all day long, PFCs every 3. So that's a protein, a fat, and a carb. And she has just had phenomenal results. I think she's only been in, let's see, December, January, February, March, April, 4.5 months. No longer than 5 months, but here she was down 32 pounds
and that's 8 weeks. Those are eight
Those are
week
8
results.
Yes.
And she went through Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's Eve,
Yes.
and her birthday.
Her birthday. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I love this because here's where we start. Like we've just had it, and here, look at, she's getting results. She's loving
glowing.
life. She's glowing.
Yeah.
And here is 50 pounds gone. I love it. She is a whole new person. Seriously.
We love to do the butter and the potato challenges because it puts it into perspective. You can see the weight and feel the weight of that, whatever it is, produce or butter. And then we always tell people, now set that down. Set that 20 pounds down. Set whatever that is down and walk away from that. You were carrying that around for how long? You know, the ones that come to me and say, oh, I've only lost 18 pounds, well, let's go get 18 pounds of potatoes.
Right.
Hold them for a minute while I take your picture. And then they're like, oh, wow, this is.
Yeah. I can put it down and walk away.
Yeah. Yep.
That's awesome.
So we have all been fooled. The diet industry just is absolutely relentless. If you're on Facebook or any social media, or even if you watch TV, this next quick fix is going to zap the fat. You're going to take this pill. You're going to drink this potion. And we just know that that is never going to be the answer. And we'll never tell you that there is an easy button or an easy pill. It just won't happen.
Mm-hmm. Right. So let's talk protein shakes and supplements.
Right. Usually one of the first questions that people come to us with is, do I have to drink any goofy shakes? And I always laugh. I'm not laughing at you, but it's just funny to me because of that last slide we just talked about. We are so programmed, and everybody has told us that this next magical thing is going to do it for you. We'll never tell you that protein shakes are going to make you lose weight, because that's not true. But the facts are that this NRM report showed 21,000 out of 21,000 people have a vitamin deficiency. So what we want to do with that is teach you. We're going to teach you on supplements. What ones do you need? What do they do for you? And what ones don't you need, really? Food is your foundation, and we will always teach you that. Protein, fat, and carb every 3 hours. You get that down, you build a great foundation for your new life and for your health. The supplements come in and they just help for a healthier house, help build a healthier, So we will help you through the subject of protein shakes. We'll help you find ones that will balance your blood sugar, or not just drinking something because it's called a meal replacement. We want to always balance blood sugar. So we'll help you through all that.
Absolutely. So this is our goal for Iowa, and this is what we have been staying focused on. We are well over 10,000 pounds right now. So this is our friend and fellow health coach, Renita, and she's just lighting North Dakota on fire. And she was featured on the show also.
It is #Transformation Tuesday. This is the day when people on Facebook and Instagram show off their health improvement. Now listen to this. A group of people in Bismarck, North Dakota lost 50,000 pounds together. The hero leading the charge is Renita Braun. With us via Skype is Renita, and 4 and more of the people that she helped to transform. You see Mark McDonald already cheering over here. The method that Renita used for the transformation was created by the one and only Mark McDonald, New York Times best-selling author of Why Kids Make You Fat. Renita, first question to you. You started this journey 2 years ago with 50 people, mostly moms. Now you've got thousands of members. What has been your biggest secret to getting this started?
I think the biggest secret would be community, just creating a sense of belonging and celebrating people's victories. When people are celebrated, it's just contagious, and they bring more friends, they see the results, and everybody that sees those results wants more of them, right? So it's almost like moms are doing it, then husbands are doing it, then kids are doing it. We got kindergartners doing it. We got the Lions Club doing it. It's just so much fun.
This is literally one of those times when it's everybody and his mama doing
Yeah,
something.
I love it.
Yeah, you got it.
That should be a quote for
That
like
is a quote. I
2016.
can't take care. I can't take credit. Okay, so I want to meet some of these people, Renita. So point to them, and each person, I want you to tell me your name, how much you lost, and your age.
Okay, so this is Leota. Leota, go ahead and tell them how much you lost.
I've lost 50 pounds. I'm 79 years old, and it's been 9 months since I started.
So 79 years old, losing 50 pounds, you guys. And she's got major health testimonies that go along with that. Keith.
Yeah, I'm Keith. I lost 40 pounds. I'm 53 years old, and it took me 3 months to do it.
3 months. Oh, and then we got Lisa back here.
Hi, Lisa. I'm 52 years old. I lost 51 pounds, and it took me about 11 months.
So awesome. And then Kim.
I am Kim. I'm 41 years old, and in 6 months, I lost 30 pounds.
Yeah, so the biggest thing with all these people is not only have they lost the weight, Mark, they actually are transforming the community as well. So this is, teamwork makes the dream work really up here. So it's not like I'm the only one doing this. These guys have been out there leading the charge themselves, because people in their workplaces, like Kim's a teacher, Lisa's a nurse, Leota goes to all these wonderful retirement groups, and she's telling all these women about PFC every 3 and how they can literally turn their bodies into fat burning machines. It's so fun.
Okay, Mark, what does this mean to you to see what Renita has been able to do with this sense of community that she's built, and you've helped with it?
It's exactly what this is all about. It starts with one person taking action, just like Renita, and then her actions inspires other people. They all lock arms, and now you have a community dropping 50,000 pounds, and that's what we want for 2016. Other communities doing the same thing, making their food, doing grocery shopping adventures, and having fun together.
Renita, you work with people of all ages. You mentioned kindergartners, moms, seniors.
Yeah.
How do you get them to work together and stay motivated?
Well, really, there's like 3 things that go on up here. We have weekly meetings every week where we weigh and measure people. I think that's huge when people see that accountability and they see that success. They want more of that. That's a big deal, those weekly meetings, those gatherings. And also, like I said, just celebrating victories for one another. Sometimes that never happens in their typical jobs. And the second thing is we do a grocery shopping thing. Actually, I have one tomorrow night. We usually have them about twice a month, and I educate people how to shop for groceries. It's called the Grocery Shopping Adventure. I teach them what's right, what's wrong, what to look for. And then I think really the third thing is we started a free exercise class that's been going on for about 3 years. Our church actually lets us use this large facility. It's 100% free, because I didn't want people giving me the excuse if they couldn't afford it. And so it's just been a huge blessing, and everyone can gather there for free to exercise.
This is
It's just amazing.
awesome. Mark, how important is the grocery shopping element of it?
It's massive, because food is your foundation. So you have to go in first. You got to grocery shop not hungry. You got to go in. You have to have a plan, like Renita's helping them with. You shop on the outside, and then before you go into the war zone of all of the processed food, know what you need. So she's educating people, and that's why North Dakota is changing and leading this movement throughout the country.
Wow, Bismarck, North Dakota, y'all are making it happen. Renita, I'm so proud of you guys.
Yay.
I know.
That is our goal for Iowa, and we are staying very focused on that. But when you first start off cooking, well, for me anyway, I shouldn't assume, I wasn't a great cook, but I learned. So when I switched to the healthy version, I didn't want all the salt and the sodium and the processed junk. So I decided to lightly roast my cashews. Nailed it.
And there on the left, you can see my delicious pumpkin egg white waffles. Nailed it. But you just have to give yourself some grace and laugh about it once in a while and
That's right.
tuck and roll. So let's recap quickly what you're going to get with New Life Nutrition. We always tell people, if you can buckle down for 8 weeks, you'll have great success. You'll get very far towards your goals. So 8 weeks is a great way to look into the future and know where you're headed. So we're going to teach you how to stabilize your blood sugar. We're going to teach you how to eat PFC every 3. We're going to show you exactly step by step what that looks like. You're going to turn your body into a fat burning machine. We're going to teach you, yay! We're going to teach you on sleep, supplements, and exercise. We do a grocery shopping unit. Like they said, food is your foundation. If you can't make it at the grocery store, you'll never make it out alive. So
Right.
We're going to show you how to eat on the run, packing those mobile kits if you need them, and we're just going to show you how to adapt this to a lifestyle that works for you.
Yeah, and we have an amazing membership site, so you can log in. You can take these units as you want with them. We also have a weekly meeting. If you cannot make it, we will pull you into and do a Zoom with you privately. We have an amazing app for your iPhone or Android, so you can keep track of your before and after pictures. There's awesome workouts. There's help me out,
Plans.
meal plans. Yes, meal plans. And we have a secret Facebook group that is so lively, but we don't apologize for that. Our NLNers are engaged and loving this lifestyle. So today it is 297. We will walk side by side with you on this journey. You will not be alone. You will have support, and we will love watching you have massive results. So what is your health worth? Truly. If not today, then when? Because we are not promised tomorrow. So get back with us. We can invoice you. If this video happens to be on a page and there's a button below that says register now or start now, whatever it says, I want you to click that button and just get started to saving your life. There's no time like now. Time is going to pass. It truly is. What are you going to do when you get to the end of that? We want you to have a healthier you. We want you to be a better version of you. You don't have to be in competition with anybody else but you. But we want you guys to get healthy, and start enjoying life and not be on the sidelines of life watching. I know how hard that is. So make the commitment and just get going. And we look forward to meeting you and just cheering you on massively. So have a great day, and we look forward to meeting you and seeing your success.